What can nurses be looking for? For nurses themselves who might be experiencing high rates of victimization, how can the nursing community begin to protect their own?
People who are actively or historically have experienced domestic violence have higher healthcare utilization rates, right? We know that it increases, short and long-term physical health needs, mental health needs, and those all can interplay together. So we know that, of the patient population that a nurse is working with, they will be disproportionately representative of domestic violence survivors. And that will likely be really concealed unless the person is being treated for the physical signs of domestic violence. That'll likely be concealed. It is, I think, really hard in a clinical setting to be able to suss out whether or not someone may be in a power down position in their relationship or higher risk for some escalation into physical violence. I'd actually be curious if a nurse asked that question that I just did. Does it feel safe to disagree in your relationship? What happens if you guys disagree when alone with the patient? If that would be revealing for that person. And in the healthcare space, one of the places that Amy is very much trying to occupy is what happens after someone discloses or like, no, it's not particularly safe. Is he out of the room right now? Because XYZ. If there isn't something that mandates reporting, for example, what do we have to offer? Offer survivors? We would love to be in that space. If you have some questions about this, you can talk about it at Amy Says, and we can take on the expertise in that load. But for nurses themselves experience some of the highest rates of domestic violence victimization, and I could pontificate as to why I think that domestic violence is leverages people's caregiving tendencies in order to prioritize their own, privilege their own wishes to be caretaken.
Yeah.
So people in caretaking industries are going to be more likely to be victimized. We also know that nurses have high rates of workplace violence as well. So there's probably some more normalization in that community. But for nurses who are curious about the health of their relationship or know that it is unhealthy, we would highly recommend having a simple, confidential, privileged conversation with Amy. It will be vastly illuminating, no doubt.